TwoGunTerry here. It's been a little while since I've put a video up, but I'm back out at the range, OK Corral in Okeechobee, Florida. I set up two pieces of steel. They had a different match this morning, so I put up two pieces of steel that simulate plates 4 and 5 on Smoking Hope, and I'm just practicing my draw from to first target. So I just want to see what the times are. Draw to first target. Hopefully it's a hit, obviously. But I always want to go to more than one plate. I don't want to just draw to the first plate and stop shooting. You want to hit the first plate and then go to the second, so that you stay used to moving when you're practicing your draw. Okay, let's give it a try and see what happens.
Are you ready?
Hey everybody, TwoGunTerry here. We are out at OK Corral in Okeechobee, Florida. It's a gorgeous afternoon, but it's hot and it's humid and the sweat is just pouring off of us. Got to have your towels with you on days like today to wipe the sweat off your body and your brow in particular, hands too. Anyway, I have set up some steel targets. You can see behind me that I set up two targets that simulate plates 4 and 5 for a Smoking Hope. And I'm going to go ahead and draw from the shooter's box and try to hit plate number 1 somewhere in around, anything under 120. I was hitting 85s earlier. I hit an 85 one, which was kind of cool. So anything under a 1. We're trying to do a 1 second draw. Then I want to go, after I hit the first plate or the fourth plate, I want to move to the 5th plate. So you don't want to get too used to just drawing up on a plate and stopping. You always want to be moving. So I want to come up on the plate and then move. Hit number 4 and then bang right over to number 5. And then I'm going to swing my body over to where number 1 would be. They had a match here this morning. They call it a flash match. Just a lot of cardboard targets, no steel. They don't use USPSA scoring, so you don't have to hit the target in a specific spot. You just have to hit the target 2 or 3 times, depending on what the stage calls for. Each target 2 or 3 times. So it's a really, really fast match where you're running and gunning and you're moving through the barricades. It's a lot of fun, by the way. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to. I didn't know what a flash match was, but now that I do, I'll be out to try one. But we're going to the Worlds in a couple of days. It's next weekend, actually next week, 3-4 days from now, and up in Alabama. And I just wanted to get some draw practice on my open gun. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera on a barrel across from me so you can see what I'm doing. And if I get any times that are sub 1, I'll stop and show you the timer. All right, but for right now, we're going to just practice drawing on plate number 4. I shoot Smoking Hope right now. I don't recommend other people do this. But right now, I'm shooting plate number 4, 5, swing over to 1, then 2, and then into the stop plate. 4, 5, 1, 2, stop. That's the way I've been shooting Smoking Hope right at the moment. It's not my final resting place or my final, the final order I'm going to shoot it in. But right now, I'm forcing myself to do that. I was having a lot of trouble with Smoking Hope, and this order is helping me a lot. All right, stand by. All right, that's about what we're going to have for a camera angle. So let's go ahead and give it a try and see what happens. Forgive my white legs. Got the timer set up for a 5 to 7 second delay. And my goal again is going to be to draw from the holster. First shot on target number 4, Smoking Hope. Here we go. I got that done too fast. Make sure your sight is on. Make sure your holster is unlocked. Take a few practice draws. All right, let's load it up and see what happens here. Safety has to be on an open gun when you start shooting. So my motion is going to be something like this. I'm going to start with one hand just touching the brim of my hat, the other hand up and ready just to drop straight down onto the gun. And you want to land on the gun with your hand up and far, as far into the beaver tail as you can. So I kind of shape my hand, the shape of my grip, So it's like this. 1, 2, 3. When I'm pushing out, I'm looking for that dot, and I'll fire as soon as I see it on the target. There was one other step in there that I missed, which was dropping the safety. So the safety's on right now. I'm going to come down. 1, grab the gun out of the holster. 2, come meet my hand. I've just dropped my safety here. Push out. 3. Try not to drop your safety until your muzzle's pointing down range. Something like that. All right, let's see what happens here. One more time. All right, so that first one there was a 94. It was a 94 for my first draw. So the nice thing is I'm sub 1 second draw. And I hit the target, as you could hear. You can't see it, but I did hit the target. I'll show you real quick so you know. You can see the big old black mark on there. So let's try that a couple more times and see what we can do. That was a 93. 93, so I'm sub 1. Do that a couple more times, and then we'll introduce the rest of the targets. Safety's on. That was terrible. I didn't have a grip at all. It was a 104, which is amazing, but I definitely didn't have a good grip on the target. How I hit it, I'll never know. Nope. A lot of distraction. A lot of distractions. Got to shut them out. That was a 110 and a miss. .92 is a 92. Getting faster. That's all in less than 1 second. Responding to the beep and drawing and firing. That was better. That was a 95. You can see I'm consistently under a second. That's good. Gonna have to translate that to a match, though.
And then everybody has radio to communicate with each other. So we would be driving up here doing like 130. Countdown, everybody slow down.
103. You want to pick one of your previous spots on the plate that you've already hit. Find a mark on the plate that you can aim at. Lock your eyes in on that, and your gun will go right there. Let's see what happens. And that was another 99, another sub 1 second, 99. All right, so now I'm going to try and start shooting 2 targets. Hit the first one, move to the second one. Anything under 130, I think, would be a good time there. Let's see. If I can get off the first shot in a second and get over to the second one in 0.3, then that'll be all right. Let's see. It might take a few attempts to get there. Oh, we only have 2 rounds left. Let's just try it one time here. Bing, bing. That was a 128. 2 targets, 128. That was a 128. And let's see if we can see. The draw was a 104 and then a .24 for the second shot. All right, let me change mags and we'll get back to it. Woo-hoo! 141 because the first shot took forever, but the second shot was a doozy. Let's see here. It was a 129 for a draw, and then a .21 for the second shot. That was pretty cool. If I can see the timer, I can't see it that well, but something like that. All right, again. You see my arms twitching because the shirt is sticking to me. $125. Are you ready? Stand by. Woohoo! That was a 115. A 115 for the 2 plates. They felt good. Let's see what we did for time here. So it was a 94 and a 21. So 0.2 of a second to get that second plate, and under a second to hear the buzzer, respond to the buzzer, draw the gun out of the holster, take the safety off, get the sight on target, pull the trigger, hit the target, move the gun to the second target, see the dot on the target, and fire again, and hit the target. You got to do all that in 1.15 seconds. That's not bad. That was better. 120. That was a 120 for the 2 plates. So now I'm going to shoot the 2 plates and then swing all the way over to, there's a cardboard target. I'm not going to fire at it, but I just want to move over and lock on with my firearm, so with my dot, so I practice that long transition in smoke and hope. Here we go. Ooh, that felt good. 125, 105, and a 20. So not too bad. 105 to the first target, 0.2 to the second target, and I'm just swinging over to keep the motion going. All right, now I'm going to swing where I think all 5 targets are, but only shoot the first 2. 132 for the first 2 targets. 132, felt better. I had control that time. Got 1 left in the chamber. You just hit this first plate. The 87. All right, 1 magazine left. Let's try it again. Finger freeze on the second shot. Finger freeze. 138, not good. Finger freeze. Woo! Thought the first shot was a little slow, but I got a 125. First shot was a 101 and then a .24. 101, then a .24 for 125. Not bad. It felt fast, but I knew that I took too long on the first shot. It's amazing how when you do this so often that you can tell what a 1/10 of a second feels like you're off, you're a little bit slower, or it took a little bit longer. A simple 1/10 of a second you can identify. It's pretty wild. I guess when you get used to working in tenths all day long. 139, that was real slow first shot. was a 124. It was a 104 for the first shot, which felt kind of slow, and then a .20 for the second shot. That's what I was oohing about. But a 124 is good. All right, last one. Last one. Let's see what happens on the last one. Let's get a good one here. Last one. That first shot was 1 second exactly, and then a .2 to the second plate. Not bad. All right. It's freaking hot out here. I'm going to go reload and get some water, and then I'm going to switch over to my rimfire guns. But that was a good workout for today on the pistol. All right, hot, sweaty TwoGunTerry. Signing off for now. Go and practice your draw. Responding to the B in beep. You always want to listen for the very beginning of the tone, not the end of the tone. Don't let it finish before you start drawing. React immediately. And then when you're pushing your gun out forward towards your first target, try to see the dot as fast as you can as you're moving out, and maybe take that shot as you're moving out. That way you save a couple of tenths there. Get that shot off and start moving right to the second plate. There's my advice tip for today. Heading up to the Worlds. Be there next week. And looking forward to it. I'm a B-class shooter with my open gun, but I'm a high B-class shooter. I'm expecting to do some damage there this week. Hopefully on the podium at least. There's a lot of great shooters, though, obviously. But we're going to do our best, and we'll see what happens. TwoGunTerry signing off. See you after the Worlds. Bye now. That's all I have for now. Thank you for stopping by. And remember to like, subscribe, and do what?
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.
Are you ready?
Bank red.